Selling your home is not just about the building itself, it's about you as a seller and the decisions you make. Your home could be the most fantastic house on the planet, but if you haven't followed the 6 golden rules of a great home seller, your home will sit on the market for many months and/or sell for far less than it's worth. Are you guilty of breaking rule number 4? A lot of sellers are. Continue on with the video and you'll see what I mean. Rule number 1, your home must be 100% market ready on the day that your agent puts it on the market. If it's not clean, or you're still painting or packing up boxes, or the new carpet you ordered hasn't been installed yet, please stop, take a step back, finish all of those things before the house is open to buyers and their agents. In fact, you want to have the house market ready before your agent sends in a professional photographer to take the listing photos. This is no longer 2021, when houses were flying off the shelf the day they were listed, regardless of what condition they were in. The market has slowed in most parts of the U.S., and you need to have your home in top condition before showing it to buyers if you want top dollar. Rule number 2, your home must be priced correctly. I can't overstate this. If you price your home today for what it would have sold for back in 2021 or early 2022, it's not going to sell. Buyers and their agents know that the market has slowed down in most of the U.S. They're going to be looking at the prices that similar homes sold for a year ago and then deduct 10 or 15% from those prices. They're going to look at the prices of homes that have sold in your neighborhood in the last month or two. And they will also be checking to see what sellers of similar homes in your market right now are currently asking. After all, if buyers can find a home just as good as yours, priced 10 or 15% lower than what you're asking, why would they buy your home? The price must be right for the current market, not for the market 2 years ago. Rule number 3, you do need to be flexible with showings. During the super hot housing market of 2021 and 2022, listing agents could hold an open house on the first weekend that the house was on the market and have the home under contract to sell by Sunday evening. There was never any need for the sellers to accommodate individual showings. All they had to do was vacate their home for a few hours during that first open house weekend. But those days are gone in most parts of the U.S. and definitely here in Idaho. I'm an Idaho-based realtor, and believe me, I know this is the truth. Sellers need to be prepared to open their homes for individual showings, and they need to have flexibility in their schedule as much as possible. And I know this is tricky given that many people are now working from home, but there are a few simple tweaks in your daily routine that can make it much easier to quickly vacate the house for a showing. For example, have a plan in place to quickly stash away your clutter. Have a routine for making beds and washing dishes before leaving the house in the morning. And have an agreement with your neighbor to take your dog when you need to have a showing. All of these can make showings much less of a hassle. And it will allow your house to shine when buyers are taking a tour. Just make yourself a list of what you need to do every day before you leave the house. Rule number 4, smart sellers pay for a pre-listing home inspection and then sit down with their agent and decide which repairs or replacements would help the home to sell faster and which are nice but optional. Having a pre-listing home inspection for buyers and their agents to read may even mean that the buyers waive their own inspection, which means you'll be able to close faster and with less hassle. And please, please be honest with buyers and be honest with your own agent. Disclose that leak under the kitchen sink. Be honest about the mold found in the attic 2 years ago and what you did to get rid of it. And don't try to cover up problems with paint, carpets, or furniture. Honesty is always the best policy when it comes to selling a home. And hey, if this info is helpful to you, please take a moment and hit that like button, because that's helpful to me. Rule number 5, understand that compromise will be necessary in the current market. Sellers no longer hold all of the cards in most parts of the U.S. market. With interest rates and home prices both relatively high, few buyers are in the market. Well, I should say fewer. So be prepared for a little give and take when it comes to negotiate a deal. The best deal is a win-win for everyone, and everyone goes away happy. And the final golden rule, please choose your agent wisely. During the hot market, pretty much anyone could sell your home since the homes were basically selling themselves. Now you need a professional. So interview a couple of agents, read their online reviews before making a decision. And be sure to check out the next video on home inspections. It'll be right up here. Thank you.